TNT Championship, man. Edge broke his leg, unfortunately, and we don't even know how long he's out for, but he's definitely out and he's vacating the title. And, just when the Young Bucks were going to give it to Jack Perry, out of nowhere, just, you know what I mean? No matches, no nothing. Christopher Daniels came back and he's now like the temporary EVP, and he said, we're going to have a tournament. Another tournament in AEW. I can already hear Kenny saying it. I'm going to start with you, man. How do you feel about this whole decision right now, like the tournament thing? Let's start with that.
You know what? It's like this. No matter what they did, we complain about it. Because when they said we're going to put the belt on Jack Perry, I was like, no, you can't just put the belt on Jack Perry. You're going to kill the spot. What are we doing? And then Chris Daniels comes out like, we're going to have a tournament. And I'm like, oh, not another tournament. So no matter what they did here, I would have complained about it. Because if you just put Jack Perry in there with somebody, I'm like, well, why do these two get the spot? So I think a tournament, unfortunately, we've seen so many of them over the last few weeks in wrestling.
Yes.
Not just TNA, but WWE. It's the right decision. It's the only right decision. So, hey, what else were we going to do in this case? This all just happened out of nowhere because Adam Copeland wanted, I'm not going to call the man an idiot, but why did you land on your feet? Why did you land on your feet? Omer, what do you think, man? Was this the right decision for them to do, or should they have just put it on somebody?
I mean, you are correct, Kenny. No matter what they did here, one of the three of us was going to complain about it.
Yeah.
If they put the title on Jack Perry, we're going to have like me and Kero being like, this is like some WCW 2000 stuff. If they like obviously like they did had a tournament, it's going to be like, oh man, another tournament, and Tony Khan just loves doing all these tournaments. If they had like you said, the top ranked people, who I don't even know who that would be in AEW because they got rid of the rankings, kind of, maybe, potentially. I don't know. Been updated in months, but there is no good decision as far as like making everyone happy, because it's a horrible situation, right?
Yeah.
Oakland's injured. Like everything that we're building up with Malachi Black and the Brood and all that kind of stuff, it's over for the next few months, and that's always going to be a letdown. So I understand, and I understand that, and I agree with you. But what else were you gonna do? There's one way to determine a new champion that feels, quote unquote, fair in the storyline, that feels earned, that feels right. That's a tournament, and we know Tony Khan loves himself a good tournament every few weeks. We're gonna have two now. We're gonna have one this month, and the Owen Hart Cup in July.
There you have it. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yikes,
yeah. So
man.
I mean, look, it is what it is.
I forgot about that one. We got two tournaments going now.
Nah, man, I think it'd be fair to call it a bit, I don't know, hazy, short-sighted. I'm not sure because, we just came out of King and Queen of the Ring. Like you said, Omer, just now, we're going to have the Owen Hart tournament, which is also going to be for a championship, right? Now that's a new thing, at least for a chance at the championship match. So in this case, I wouldn't mind finding a new opponent for Jack Perry, and that's it, without the tournament. Like Christopher Daniels comes out there, and you know what? I like this guy a lot. He's a stand-up guy, and he's going to be your opponent, whoever it is, doesn't matter. And you can go ahead and also involve him in the Elite versus AEW storyline somehow. I don't know how they're going to continue with that, if they're going to really continue with that, in a grand scale. But yeah, the tournament seems kind of crazy to me because, June is not that far away. We're already... July, right? July is not that far away. We're already in June. So in 30 days, we're going to see a tournament, and then we're going to see another tournament. It's just, again, you could have done anything else, man. Maybe it was just because, the pay-per-view happened like a day or two ago, and Tony had to just come up with something on the fly, and he's just used to doing this. And he said, you know what? It works. It works. I'm not going to change anything. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. But I think it's a little broken. I don't know. But
now, I have an idea. I have an idea.
Yeah.
What if instead of a tournament, they were just having people? All right. Well, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna jump off the steel cage, right? 10 times.
10 times.
Whoever breaks their leg last or first loses. No.
Wait. Yo, what was up with that? The Okada, they brought out brought out that Lamborghini, and Nick Jackson put the mic to his mouth, and he said He fed him his line on mic.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
said, is this a dream? And he said, "Is this a dream?" I was like, "What is going on?" But y'all, who wins this TNT championship? Is it
There you
locked
go.
in Jack Perry? If it is, who is he going up against at the end of this tournament in the ladder match?
Can I say this? It feels like, when Drew McIntyre, what do you call it, said, I'm going to go to the Elimination Chamber. We knew that he was going to win the Chamber. When Cody Rhodes was returning for the Royal Rumble, we knew he was going to win the Royal Rumble. Feels like to me that no matter what they do here, Jack Perry is going to go ahead and take the title. Now, if this was a WWE, I would have given that a 100% chance that this was happening. AEW likes to shock us sometimes and go out of the ordinary. So it'd be weird for Jack Perry to not to win this because, I mean, everybody else in his stable has a title. And, like, this is it. I mean, if ever you're going to give Jack Perry a title again after his return, this is exactly the moment. Or, the finals of the tournament is the exact moment you give him that title. It highly depends on who they put in front of him. And right now, because I don't see anybody bigger than Jack Perry for the TNT Championship, or more beneficial to to the championship, for the championship itself and for the wrestler. I just think it's going to be Jack Perry, and yeah, that's not a prediction.
I think
That's a spoiler.
that's a spoiler. I think you put him in there with Malachi Black.
Malachi
Now, if you
Black?
do that, it's a chance Malachi Black wins because if the plan was for him to continue that feud with Adam Copeland, then whenever he gets back, you can just pick it up from there. That's my TNT
Right.
championship. What are you doing? But Omer, you shook your head. Big Om, what do you got?
I mean, the payoff to this is going to be Forbidden Door, right?
Right?
Yeah.
That's what they said, right?
Yeah, the match is going to be at Forbidden Door, which is in June, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's end of June. Here's what I'll say. There is a guy in New Japan Pro Wrestling who just less than a month ago beat Jack Perry at Windy City Riot. He is arguably the hottest star right now in New Japan in Shota Umino. If you're trying to book towards that show, it's not my fault you don't watch New Japan. Ken.
Yeah, man, you can't.
But-
You got to book for the casuals, man. That's what we don't care about.
He doesn't like the pink hair.
Nah, Adomo or Shomo. Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, well, he was on AEW TV tonight. Adomo with Shomo. Shouts out to him. But check this guy out. That's a TNT champion, kiddo.
Let me
But I'm
show
sorry.
him.
Go ahead, Omer.
Nah, I mean, that was it. That was just like,
Oh,
Shota
Adomo
Umino
that's
probably
your guy?
makes the most sense.
Actually, Omer, what'd you say, Kenny? Yeah.
No, Omer said Tagono Mashomo is his guy. I said Malachi Black. Who's yours, kiddo?
Cancel Christmas. I thought, when you were building up the New Japan star, well, this guy's not a New Japan star, but why not Nick Nemeth? Why not Mr. Dolph Zigington? Go to AEW, make his debut. Well, it would be a tournament, so I guess the surprise wouldn't be there. Or, it wouldn't be the surprise and then he wins the title, but I think it would be a badass moment. And what a way to bring the guy in there, too, with the title win. I think that would be the only thing I accept. If it's not going to be Jack Perry, it's got to be Mr. The Wanted Man, Ryan Nemeth. But yeah, that would be my prediction.
I'll go to Konosuke Takeshita too. I would like to see that.
That's pretty good.